Wait. Do you see that up ahead? What's... Huh. Their clothes look kind of weird. Oh, could they be one of those costume... Hey, hello there? What was that for? They attacked us out of nowhere! Something's not right about this. Be careful, traveler! Traveler? Hey, are you alright? Well, you fought that strange person and made them disappear, but then, all of a sudden you started backing up like you were super afraid of something. Whew. You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Also, what was with that thunder just now? It came out of nowhere and it's not even raining! What's wrong?
Has a nightmare returned to Inazuma?
Sarah? Hey, Zoe! What's going on here?
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective.
So, what's going on? What are you investigating? Must be serious. Huh? What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
An astute observation, traveler.
What? The Shogun is here?
You recognized me with a single glance? It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is his gaze, his presence, his mastery of several types of elemental energy.
No, please! Stay away!
What? You're right. That's a big risk.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone. Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
Ah, so the thunder we heard was you!
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan with Miko. I did not...
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it fades in and out, it never... Miko is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else. The Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous. But as the judge of the competition...
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an...
Precisely. Traveler, I understand these people are your... But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger. Thank you. I truly hope the situation...
What are you guys gonna do next? Continue to investigate for...
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan. The preparations are underway.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Indeed. If you learn it...
An esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty...
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. I'm Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless...
Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring. Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku, but the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma, and that When the project was complete, I was already in the plane of euthymia. And naturally, the body of the shogun has no need for such luxuries. The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed. What makes you say that? Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a night on a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumeku Ibaku could do nothing to wake them. Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, the person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. And every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful night. Yes. I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down. No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's. If necessary, I would do it again.
Kappa! Kappa! Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground.
Oh, it must be some terrible...
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare.
The yokai!
Kappa! Oh, please don't...
No. It was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite... Sarah, what is the status of the other contestants? Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Fest...
Wait,
What is it, Miko?
you're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the end. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoen could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in...
Kappa is made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the...
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was... It's a Bakedanaki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke? Aren't you supposed to be in...
Leave you two by yourselves?
No fighting! Let's go!
Bakedanaki, those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them! Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakedanaki tricks?
Nothing's working!
Little rascals!
You wish!
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize... You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm up on fire.
Tetsunosuke, you idiot! Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires! Ouch! Transform!
They're gone again! No, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or brick?
Oh! Kichiro, protect us!
Save us, Tsukumo! We're almost rid of them.
Ah! A Tengu! Tengu was flying! Tengu is a cheater!
Tengu, why are you helping the humans?
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans! Shogun sent people to steal our land! Shogun is bad!
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home.
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making
Serve the humans?
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to work all night!
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Stay back! Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should...
No need. I know what's wrong. They're
What are you doing? Trying to put...
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement. These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but a world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn.
So, they're sleepwalking?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
Truly?
What are you doing? No! No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide from...
How long have we been hiding? 100 years?
No idea. If Ioroi was still around...
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the
Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is...
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. And...
The festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance.
No. How could they...
Quiet! Or they'll catch us.
What?
What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, hold on! We're coming!
The yokai and the humans are...
The same thing happened.
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This yokai...
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Boss Tama will...
The humans are coming for us.
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival.
But how do we get...
Boss Toma is the best!
How about... we...
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Humans!
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna...
Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this and Boss Toma that. That was the... Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. Paimon can't believe we missed something so suspicious. Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is...
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we...
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Heizo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the...
Ioroi, we're back!
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues? Shogun! I bow before thee.
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a nakuweed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly...
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome...
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's your... The humans really did...
Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not...
Not dead?
This smell... Ioroi? The humans really...
Wait, this must be Kinkaku. Ginkaku and Tetsunosuke.
When the humans, Kabuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Bake...
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power! It was the will of the great Bakedan.
It restored our power! And then we made the human go, oh, oh, ching, chung.
Oh! And by, ting, tune, yeah!
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't act?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means...
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external...
We strayed from the...
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans...
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were... whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether, or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial...
Oh...
Wait. That is what the humans...
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellow Fur over there helped me.
Besides, the Bakedanaki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that...
Ioroi? It's a thief?
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back.
So the humans were mean for no...
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match.
There he goes again, changing the subject.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all...
500 years in hiding?
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about...
Huh? We won? Go on!
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bakedanaki is something...
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty Shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the Shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tiger Bite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that, though she escaped the belly of the beast alive. That battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish. The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me with the Muso no Hitotachi. I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bakedanuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chio's...
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a jibakure. An earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appear...
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates old The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a...
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationale. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding. When Chio set her sights on a target.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. And an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power.
There's really no...
Mikoshi Chio is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The live...
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Danuki.
Huh? Ooh.
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Danuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor...
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... oh, no.
Miko, you...
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar...
Well, Oh! Yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail...
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare?
The Yumeku Ibaku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the night...
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right... Why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they
Where? Kinkaku doesn't...
Maybe they're hiding us trees?
Fools! The Kitsune is clearly referring to the Bake Danuki.
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses.
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chio is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, she just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together...
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a
the solution to that is obvious. Then naturally, a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be...
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plane of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people... Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need...
And in a surprising twist...
Prepare yourself, traveler. All right, follow me. To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Stay on your guard, traveler.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
We have the advantage. Time to strike.
Shatter the night,
Unmask it all.
With your might, let illusions fall.
We have the advantage. Time to strike. I lend you my power. I grant you the Shogun's blessing. We have the advantage. Time to strike.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all.
With your might, let illusions fall.
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast.
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal. nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.